Jeffy. I'm a student at UH studying nutrition, and I need to record this video for my nutrition counseling class. Do I have your permission to record?
Yeah, of course, that's not a problem.
Is it okay if a few of the students in my class view this video as well?
Yep, not a problem.
Okay, cool. So, what are you here for?
I want to incorporate healthier snacks into my day, just so like I'm making better choices in between my meals, and probably also increase the amount of water I drink.
Okay. So, how long has this been a problem?
It hasn't been a problem. It's just that something that I recently wanted to do, just because I lost weight recently. So I just don't want to gain that back again.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is, what I've noticed is that I have gained a couple pounds, and I think it's because of not eating properly, eating a lot of junk food. So I decided to start with first maybe substituting my my less healthy snacks for healthier snacks, and of course increase my water intake, just because I know that's always been a problem I've had.
Okay.
And then also I am also studying at UH to be a dietitian, so I think I need to like better myself before I can help others better them. I feel like it would be more authentic of me if I also am the best way I could be, and like have a really good relationship with food while helping others, you know?
Right. Okay, so you said during your weight loss, did your diet change at all?
Yes, so I usually don't eat breakfast, and I usually don't eat whole meals. So when I was working out, I would actually eat like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or at least I would try to eat breakfast, but it usually wouldn't happen. I would eat lunch and dinner, and then I wouldn't really eat a lot of snacks. I kind of eliminated all snacks unless I like really needed one for my day. And then I also I also gave myself like less cheat days, I guess you could call it. Like I kind of like restricted myself even when I went out with friends and stuff. And then I did work out almost every day or every other day for like an hour. But even then I wasn't really drinking a lot of water, so I know I like definitely should increase the amount of water I take, especially if I'm gonna work out so much.
Right. So has that changed like so you said you're eating more unhealthy snacks. How much are you working out now?
So recently I've kind of slowed down just because I have school and I have to deal with that stuff. But other than that, usually it doesn't take usually I haven't been I'll work out pretty often. I think recently I haven't gone in about like 2 weeks just because I've been busy with school and stuff.
Okay, so so you had a big weight loss and you're trying not to gain all that back, so you want to switch out the snack. You don't want to cut out snacking altogether.
No, yeah, I feel like I'm like comfortable with my weight, so I feel like I don't want to restrict myself that much. I still want to be able to eat snacks throughout the day, just make better decisions for myself.
So switch it out with something more healthy. Okay. So, tell me about your weight loss, if you're comfortable with that. How much weight did you lose?
So I did lose like 20 pounds in like 4 months.
Okay, that's pretty good. So, to get a bit more background, could you tell me about your medical history?
So I don't have any like medical problems, like I'm not like allergic to anything. I don't have any like cancer, like diabetes or anything like that.
What about family?
So with my family, my mom and my dad are both overweight. And then my mom has pre-diabetic, she's pre-high cholesterol. She's not taking any pills for it yet. But then my dad is like diabetic, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all of it, along with like my aunts and my grandparents. And then none of them have like really taken steps to like lose weight or anything like that. I guess I would be like one of the first, I am the first in like my immediate family. So I never like had any of them like to lean back on, so it was kind of just like me figuring it out by myself.
Okay.
And then with water, the only like big thing I had was that like when I was younger I would have like really chapped lips so much that I would get like the red rim around it. And then I also had like some skin and like infections because of that, and the doctor specifically said that it was because I wasn't drinking enough water. So I don't have that anymore. It's been a while, but I know I'm still not drinking enough water.
Okay, so is that why you kind of wanted to lose the weight with all the medical history?
Yeah, they kind of like, I just didn't want to be having to like pop pills when I'm older and like deal with all that stuff. I just didn't want to deal with it when I was older, and I know it's easier to lose weight when you're younger and like take control of your health, so I think that was the main issue. Okay,
so take me through like a regular day for you. Like how much food are you eating? What kind of food are you eating? How like are you separating up your meals?
Okay, so usually I have like school days, work days, and like regular days. Did you want to hear all of them or just one of them?
Yeah, so you have school days, work days, and like
where I'm not doing
weekends?
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go through school days.
Okay, so starting with school days, I will usually I'll wake up at 9 and then I'll have maybe a snack in like my first or second class. One of them is usually like a fruit, and I'll have like another snack of like chips or candy or like whatever I really have thrown in my bag. I won't eat an actual lunch until like 3 or 4, and sometimes I'll go with like a friend and I'll get like Jack in the Box or like Sonic or like whatever we're like craving that day. I'll go home and I'll usually start at homework around like 7, and that's when I'll be eating snacks while I'm doing homework, just because I just had a meal recently. And for dinner, I'll have like whatever my mom made, which is like usually rice and curry or like meat. And then around like 10, 11, I'll have like a cup of tea with like biscuits and more snacks.
Okay. So, you said you go out for lunch. So, what would you usually get, like, when you're out?
Really, it's random. We don't have like one or two like spots we regularly go to. Sometimes it'll be like Sonic, or like it won't be an actual meal. It'll just be like a bunch of junk food. Like, so sometimes at Sonic we'll stop and get like a milkshake, or like we'll go to Jack in the Box and get like poppers or something. But usually it's it's enough to like fill me up. Like, I don't need to eat anything right after it because I'm like full.
Okay. So, do you have any like dietary restrictions?
I do eat halal, so I don't eat like outside meat.
Right.
But I do eat like chicken and beef like at home that's like cut separately and like have a prayer on it.
Okay, so when you like go out to eat, it's usually like vegetarian or
Vegetarian and then seafood.
Seafood, right? Okay. So you said you usually eat rice and curry or meat.
Yeah.
Could you give me like a portion size of how much like?
The rice probably like not a lot, like maybe like a cupful, like a bowl of rice. And then the meat, it's not like huge chunks or anything. It's like small itty bitty pieces that is like maybe a couple of those. And then not a lot of curry, just a little bit.
Okay. So like the meat is usually like chicken or beef?
Yeah. Okay. That's usually what she makes at home.
Okay. And what about water intake or drinks in general? What do you drink?
I usually don't like drinking sodas. I kind of stopped that since I started working out, and I just haven't gone back into it. If I'm at a restaurant, I'll take a couple sips of water, but I never like finish the whole glass or anything. When I'm at school, maybe if my friend takes out like her water bottle, I'll take a couple sips, but again, I'm not like drinking the whole water bottle or anything.
Okay.
And then I drink chai tea at home.
Alright. And like how much?
Milk and sugar.
Like just like a cup, you would say. Okay. So how much sugar would you put in
Just
there?
a spoonful of sugar.
Just a spoonful of sugar.
Not like the whole mountain of spoon. Literally just a spoonful of sugar.
Bit. Okay. So that was your school days. How many days out of the week are you going to school?
2.
2 days.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay. So are the rest of the days work days? Like.
So then usually I'll have like 3, 4 work days and maybe like 1 or 2 break days. It just depends. My schedule kind of rotates when I'm working.
Okay, so take me through a work day.
Okay, so my day usually starts at 10. I don't eat breakfast. 10 or 11, and I'll have lunch 1 or 2 when other doctors having lunch. And usually for that, I very rarely will go and buy like a packet of ramen, just if like I haven't packed anything. But if I have packed anything, it'll usually be like a chicken sandwich or like again rice and curry and meat. And I'll get home around 7 and I'll eat something again, which is rice and curry, whatever she made at home. And then I'll have snacks while I do homework, which is like chips and candy. Recently really got into chocolate bars again. And then I'll have like chai and biscuits at night.
Okay, so the rice and curry is like the same amount?
Yeah, it's the same amount.
Okay, so for the snacks you're eating, you said tangerines on like school days. Sometimes you'll eat tangerines, but also like chips and candy?
Yeah, I do like eating fruits every now and then at school, but then usually at work it's not fruit, it's usually it's like chips and snacks throughout the day.
Okay, is
throughout
that
the
like
work day.
You bring it with you to work? Or
usually I don't. Usually I'll like leave, because I work like connected to a Walmart, so I'll walk into the Walmart and I'll just grab something really quickly.
Okay, so how much of the candy bar are you eating? Are you eating the whole candy bar?
If it's a busy day, I won't realize how much I'm eating and I'll finish the whole bar. And then sometimes I can pace myself through just maybe half a bar or like maybe a little bit more. But I think like one time I ate like 3 and I just didn't realize it.
Okay. Alright, so that's work days, and you said that's like 3 or 4? Okay, so what about like weekends or off days?
For off days I don't eat breakfast. The first thing I usually eat is when I go out with a friend to get food, which is again, it'll just be like random stuff, like something, maybe crawfish, or we'll get Chinese, or we'll get like CC's or something like dumb like that,
Mm.
and I'll eat a good amount of that, and then I'll get home maybe 5 or 6, and then I'll sit down to do homework, and I'll eat like cookies or chips or like chocolate, and I'll have like an actual dinner around like a couple hours after, which is just whatever my mom has made,
Mm-hmm.
and then just giant biscuits and like tea.
Okay. Do you have any restrictions when you go out to eat, or like, do you put any like, do you monitor how much you're eating, or do you just kind of eat
I
until
used
you're
to,
full?
but now I just eat until I'm full, or like if there's like food left, I'll just eat it because it's like I don't want
Right.
to waste it.
Okay. So, sorry, I forgot to ask for the work day. How much water are you drinking during the work day?
I can finish a water bottle at work, just in case, just because like sometimes we get like busy and I'm talking a lot. But after that, I usually don't drink on a work day.
Okay. So, like, during the work day, you'll drink like a 16 ounce?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what about during like weekends? Like, how much?
Weekends,
say?
if I'm at the restaurant and they like hand me a cup of water, I'll drink a couple of sips.
Mm-hmm.
If we get like boba tea or like milk tea, I won't drink any of it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. So, like, you really don't really carry a water bottle or anything around?
No,
like,
I don't.
Okay. Okay. So you're looking to change the unhealthy snacks that you're saying, like chips and candy,
And like
to
cookies
like,
and yum.
what would you consider to be healthy snacks that you wouldn't mind
I
eating?
guess like stuff that's not like empty calories, like something that maybe like get me full. Maybe
Mhm.
like I really like tangerines and grapes.
Right.
I recently got back into apples, so maybe that. I also really like nuts, like pecans and cashew nuts and stuff like that. So I guess maybe changing those out for some of my unhealthy snacks.
Okay. Is it possible for you to make those snacks ahead of time, or just like put them in your bag before you go to work, or like?
No, just because I don't get up in the morning early
Okay.
enough to go and buy it. But to go and like get ready for my bag. But I guess I could buy it at work instead of like buying a
Right.
bag of chips or cookies. I could go in and like to the food section, maybe get something from there, I guess.
Right. Okay. So on school days, it doesn't seem like you do much snacking during the school. It's just
No, I
like
just have
at
maybe
home.
one at the.
Okay. So do you keep a lot of fruits and like healthy snacks at home?
At home we do, yeah.
Okay. So what's stopping you from reaching for the healthy snacks?
Really, like
Rather
nothing is stopping me. Like there's like, I just haven't. I always tell myself like to eat healthy, and then when like I'm hungry, I'll end up getting something that's unhealthy. Like there's nothing like stopping me
Okay.
from getting
So,
the
like,
healthier food.
Is it a certain mood you're in where you're like, I'm just gonna eat the candy bar instead of the?
I think it's because it's there, like in my house. So I'm like, oh, I might
Okay.
as well just eat it because it's gonna sit here if I don't.
Okay. Is it possible for you to like remove all that from your house, or are there like kids in your house that?
I guess
still-
I could like give it to my little sister and make sure she eats, or like put it away like to somewhere I won't
Okay.
find it or something. I guess that's possible.
Okay, so you could try like while you're doing homework, having like a bowl of fruit next to you, so that you could like be snacking.
So like maybe substitute that one time out.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so for our goal in the next week for the snacking, do you think you would be able to substitute maybe one snack per day?
Like substitute like one of like my unhealthy snacks for that one snack.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like one day if you're doing homework, instead of eating candy or chips, maybe eat like a tangerine or grapes or whatever you're feeling that day.
Okay. I feel like it'll be irritating, but I feel like I could try it for like a week.
Okay. You think you could do like one day of no snacking, or like one snack you want to change?
I think I would want to start with maybe one snack a day,
Okay.
just because I feel like doing one whole day of healthy snacks would be a little too much and irritating.
Okay.
So I feel like maybe I could try maybe like one snack a day.
Okay, one snack a day. How many days a week do you think you could replace at least?
I feel
One
like
of those.
3 out of the 7 days would be like they wouldn't be that difficult, and I felt like
That's
I could do
doable.
the fourth one would be kind of like a challenge. So
Yeah,
maybe
okay.
the fourth one.
So 3 out of 7 days you could replace one snack with. Okay. So as far as your water intake, you say you drink 16 ounces at work. Like,
Yeah, I'll drink a whole water bottle at
do you
work.
take like a water bottle to work?
No, we actually already have water bottles there, so I'll just grab one of
Oh.
those.
Okay, so do you ever carry water bottles with you?
I don't.
Okay. So do you think that you could? Is there a reason why you don't, or you
I
just
don't.
like, don't think about it?
Because it never occurs to me to drink water And I feel like
Okay.
even if I had that weight in my bag, I wouldn't remember to drink the water.
Okay. So if you kept the bottle with you, you don't think?
I
it
mean,
would be
I think
reminded?
I don't think it'll be like a reminder for me to drink water.
Okay. Well, I know some people who have like apps on their phone, like water apps, that'll like remind you,
Oh, like once
every
you drink
few
water?
hours to
Mhm.
just like drink some water, and you can take a few sips.
Okay.
Do you think you could finish like a 16-ounce bottle in
Well, I
one
only
day?
do that at work, so I feel like maybe I can
You can up
do
it.
2.
You can do
maybe?
2.
Maybe.
Okay, so you can carry 2 bottles of water with you in your purse or in your bag when you're at school,
Mhm.
and like.
And then like set reminders on my
Mhm.
phone, just like to remember to actually drink.
Mhm.
I feel like I could. I feel like
That's doable.
the alarm clock will really help me like remember to drink water.
Right.
And then maybe instead of carrying like 2 water bottles, I'll carry like 1 and just refill it
Mhm.
because that's heavy.
Yeah, if you there's like 1-liter bottles, or like there's like different size bottles that if you wanted to just like refill it instead of using the plastic
Mhm.
bottles, sometimes that like motivates people, like seeing how much water is left, like wanting to finish that. In a
Oh,
day.
yeah, like it'll show me like how much I've
Mhm.
already drinking. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And is there like you don't like the taste of water, or like?
I don't like bottled water. Like I feel like it tastes weird, so I prefer like tap water, like fountain water.
Oh, okay. So do you like put anything in your water, like
No, I don't really
lemon?
like
You don't
I
like the
hate
extra
lemon.
taste?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also don't like the little. I've never tried the little powder fruit.
The flavored?
Yeah, I don't think I would want to try
Okay,
that.
so you wouldn't do that.
I don't think it's something that like I would want to try.
Okay, so we can do 2 16-ounce like plastic bottles.
Mhm.
Okay. So to summarize, we are going to do 1 healthy snack a day
Mhm.
for 3 out of 7 days, maybe 4.
Okay.
And then for the water, we're gonna do 32 ounces. That's like 2 plastic bottles. How many days a week? Do you
3
think?
out of 7 days.
3 out of 7.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then for the snack, did you just want me to like if I like, is it just like whenever like how much I would consider a snack, or do I have to eat a certain amount of the snack, or like however much I want?
I mean, I would say like how much like you're comfortable with. I don't want to push you to like restrict.
Mhm.
So I guess like how much you're comfortable with, and then we can work on like
Portion control.
portion control and figuring out exactly how much you want to eat.
Okay.
So would you mind actually writing down how much you're eating?
Mhm. So like, what do you mean writing
So
it down?
like keeping a food diary. Do you usually track how much?
I
or were you
usually
tracking?
don't. No, I usually don't.
Okay, so there's like an app on your phone you could do, or like you could just write it down like on paper. So then next time we meet, I can like review what you were eating. So
What
just,
exactly
like,
did you want me to write? Sorry.
So you just write down like what you had for breakfast, lunch, dinner, all the snacks in between. I want you to write like anything you ate in the day,
Mhm.
and I want you to write like the time and like how much of the food
Mhm.
you were eating. Also would like you to track like the water and like the chai and like whatever else drinks that you're having.
Did you
as
want me to
well.
journal on the days that I'm doing our goal, or all the days, including the non-goal days?
I think we should do all of the days, just so that I can like see like what the difference is and stuff.
Okay. I feel like that makes sense. I feel like I could do it.
That's realistic for you.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, that sounds good. When do you want to meet to review?
You know, I actually have a really quick question. About the journaling. How detailed does this have to be? Like, do I have to get into like calories and macros? Because I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to worry about that. I just want to get a sense of what you're eating. So, just write just go into as much detail as you can. Like if you're going out to eat, kind of like write the name of it, and then I can like look it up online to see how much is in it. But you don't really have to worry about the calories. I just kind of want to see like what times you're eating and like how much you're eating.
Mhm.
So like if you're not able to say like a cup of rice or whatever, like
Can I like take a picture of it, just so like you know how much it is? Because like
yeah.
I can't tell how much is on the plate, so maybe I can just take a picture of it, and you
Okay.
can just later I can show you and be like, hey, this is what I ate when I went out. What do you think?
Okay, if that works for you, then like just write it, and then like you can take a picture of it and we can review it at the next session.
Okay, that makes sense. And then one more thing about the water. How much water am I supposed to be drinking? Is it like 6 to 8 cups, or
Yes.
that's usually how much it is?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just was wondering because we said how many ounces or how much are we doing?
We're doing 32 ounces,
Okay.
so that's like 216.
Okay.
The
So that's like 4
plastic
cups.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's dope. I feel like I could do that.
Yeah. Okay. So, when do you want to meet back?
I guess we could do the same time, like next week, if that works. Like maybe like next, what is it today, Tuesday? We could do like
Okay.
next Tuesday at like 3, like today.
Okay.
And then you said I'll bring in the journal then, and we can go over
So
it.
we're gonna go over the goals that we set today.
Okay.
And then like in the next session, if you wanted to do like portion control, I could like maybe look up some like sizes or like, you know, how
Mhm.
much you would want to eat and stuff. And then we could, you know, work more toward like, if you like completed the 3 to 4 days, maybe we could push it.
Mhm.
And maybe we could like cut down the snacking.
Mhm.
We'll just see like where you are at that point, and then we'll move from there.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.